Alright, so problem 10, proving identities. Here we, just like we've talked about in the other videos if you've watched them, we take the more complicated looking side and see if we can simplify it to the other side. This side here, well, really doesn't have, the two sides don't look any more complicated than the other. So let's just pick one. Let's take the left-hand side and see what we can do with it. Okay. All right, so let's see what we can do here. So maybe, just thinking about it, when when you don't really see anything to do, try rewriting everything in terms of sine and cosine, and let's see what happens. So this is going to be 1 over cosine x plus sine x over cosine x over 1 over cosine x minus 1, minus sine x over cosine x. Alright, so now if you think back to college algebra, or algebra, simplifying complex fractions. So you can see we have a term here, 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 and here. Okay, so this would be considered our numerator. This is the main fraction bar, and here's our denominator. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply each one of these terms by the common denominator, which is cosine x. So multiply this by cosine x, cosine x, multiply this by cosine x, and this by cosine x. And you can see here the cosines cancel, and so that leaves me with 1 plus sine x over 1 minus sine x. Alright, so that's not the right hand side. Now if you've watched some of the other videos, there was a couple of them in there where this happened, and what do? Well, let's take the right hand side, let's just simplify it, see, maybe we might end up with this side over here. Alright, so I'm going to take 1 plus 2 sine x plus sine squared x over cosine squared x. And let's see what happens. Well, I notice that this will factor. Okay, this will factor into 1 plus sine x times 1 plus sine x over cosine squared x. Alright, so kind of looks like that didn't do too much. So maybe if I took cosine squared and maybe somehow rewrite that in terms of sine. So let's see. Remember, sine squared x plus cosine squared x equals 1. So if I move this over, that gives me cosine squared x equals 1 minus sine squared x. So cosine squared is 1 minus sine squared. So let's do that. That'll get everything in terms of sine. Maybe we can do something with that. Something will cancel. Remember, this is what we're trying to get right here. Alright, so that's 1 minus sine squared x. Well, this right here will factor, won't it? Remember, a squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b, difference of two squares. And so that's going to be 1 plus sine x times 1 plus sine x over, and that's going to be 1 plus sine x times 1 minus sine x. Well, look at this. The 1 plus sine x is cancel, and that is going to leave me with 1 plus sine x over 1 minus sine x. So you can see I'm left with 1 plus sine x over 1 minus sine x, and here I have 1 plus sine x over 1 minus sine x. So I've shown that I simplified this side and this side to the same thing. So that proves the identity. Alright, so I hope this helped. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and watch my other videos if you find them helpful. Alright, thanks.